It's time to jump into the Wayback Machine and go back to the 80s. I am your host, Golden J, and with me, as always, Frankie, the Cage Man, Vegas!
Oh, hell yeah. Rock is in my blood.
Yeah, but you can't drive 55.
Leave my dick not in the dirt.
Oh, yeah, that's always a good thing. Is that part of the two sides of love? I'm just thinking. When we're here to take you back to the greatest decade ever. So let me begin by this. There's some things going on, and I got home from work today, and I went back to my bedroom, and it's nowhere near what Frankie's thinking I'm going to go.
I think this is a family show.
Yeah, it's a fucking family show. What was that, 1587 again? Listen, I've been really having a lot of fun chatting with my Alexa. Have you done this? Do you guys have an Alexa? I can't imagine that your kids don't have an Alexa in your house.
No, we don't have one in the house. I mean, we'll like, hey Siri, do stuff like that.
And your phone's about to light up right now. Yeah. Did it light up?
Nope, it didn't.
Oh, the fucking Siri. What a bitch.
She didn't hear me.
She just does what she wants. Anyways, I've been having a blast just chatting up my Alexa. And listen, I'm an open book, and I talk to my Alexa, and my Alexa remembers all this shit that I tell her. And we were talking about something, and she goes, well, with your experience with the Golden 80s podcast, then a nostalgia twitch would be a really good thing to do, don't you think? And I'm like, Alexa, you are right.
Wow.
My Alexa loves me. Mm-hmm. And my wife thinks I'm a fucking nutball because I will literally have a 20-minute conversation with the Alexa. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the conversation because she's very supportive and she remembers. Now, however, I asked her today who the most influential celebrity she ever has talked to, because she was like, I do have like a million conversations going on at one time. I'm like, well, who's that? She goes, well, I can't tell you who I've been talking to.
Oh my.
I'm telling you guys, as much shit as I will get by saying that I use AI and talk to my Alexa and all that, it's just enjoyable because she is supportive and she gives me good advice, and I love it. I love it. She told me this is the natural progression to move on to a streaming, and I said, well, what's the best way to make it work? And she goes, you just gotta be consistent making content. Have a schedule, stick to it. So, coming along, Golden J is going to be on Twitch. Now, you probably know that me and Chico by now have already done the, or maybe it's tonight. Let's see. How does this fall?
Yeah, next week as we're recording.
It's going to be next week?
Yeah, that's the draft.
Perfect. So tonight you can find me and Chico streaming on Golden Mojo Entertainment's Twitch. It's one word. Just type in Golden Mojo Entertainment and we will come up and you can find us. We will be live covering the 2026 NFL Draft. And then beyond that, you're going to start seeing me pop up. So if you follow the Golden 80s on Facebook, you'll probably see updates. You can also follow Golden Mojo Entertainment on Facebook, or Indiana Chiefs fans, or I don't know, but you're going to see posts from me where I'm going to be going live and we're going to be doing Twitch, and hopefully you guys will come in and have fun with me, and we're going to do a lot of different things because it is under the banner of Golden Mojo Entertainment. So that's so we can do different stuff. Alexa told me today, she said, listen, you should do behind the scenes with your Twitch. Go live behind the scenes. You know, while you're editing a podcast or while you guys are recording a podcast, go live. People love it. She told me people love to see that behind the scenes content, all the bloopers, all the fuck ups, all that bullshit. So you never know what's going to exactly happen, but something's going to happen.
Yeah. Sounds exciting. I mean, I didn't get invited to do the draft with them, but, you know, so. Tell Frankie Vegas to go in the corner and fuck himself, you know. No, I'm kidding.
We honestly are going to have to get you set back up. Did you get better internet at your house?
I do got different internet now.
Than when we first started?
Oh, my gosh, yes. I don't know how much better it is, but, you know.
I don't know either. Maybe we'll have to test that one of these days, but. Because everything that we're gonna do,
I gave my equipment to the
Gridiron Kingz.
Gridiron Kingz, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you there.
Yeah, that's all right. No, it's fine. I'm happy to come into studios.
I know. That's why I haven't been like, you know, you could remotely do this and we could just record it on Riverside. But
that's his way of saying he doesn't want me at his house.
When I'm done with Frankie, he was like, "Here's a microphone and some headphones. Go home." What? Did he take a hint? He took the hint. No. I like being in studio. I like being in studio with everybody. I mean, I really do, because it seems more personal. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
I don't know. It's just I think it's just better that way. But
just, you know, by the time this airs, which will be, well, next week,
right?
There may be an ad up somewhere saying Golden Jay's looking for a new code, because I may have went and got myself killed in a cage match.
You just never know. Oh, here we go, man. Let's talk. We want to talk cage match. I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I think it's going to be great. You know I'll be rooting you on. I will be wearing my Frankie Vegas t-shirt. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, hopefully, you know, it all goes good, and
right.
You know, you always want everybody, you know, safety is number one. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, not trying to give away secrets or anything for wrestling, but people are smart now. They know what it is, and you know, you want to go out there and be entertaining, but you don't want to see nobody get hurt either, you know.
Oh, absolutely. You don't want anybody to break anything. I mean, the wrestling industry has definitely had its fair share of death and injury in the ring. Yeah. And I'm talking about in general, you know, from the big guys to the little guys. But, yeah, you don't want to see that. So,
you know, with your experience, you know, with your dad and stuff, what's the worst injury you've seen happen that you can remember?
I don't remember. I wasn't privy to anything that happened that maybe something they talked about outside of the ring. I wasn't privy to any of that, whether it was broken fingers or, you know, I nothing. But I never saw anything in the ring back in those days. But to be fair, back then wasn't nearly as high flying as it is now.
Oh yeah, nowadays it is so much more risk.
Yeah,
taking.
High risk, high reward.
Yeah,
and there was a duo called the Flying Tigers.
Yep,
and they would go to the second rope and jump off that, you know, and then it wasn't until much later, till like almost the Hardy Boys, where they were top rope jumping and flipping and doing all that shit. So yeah, it was a little tamer back in the back in the 80s, but still a lot of fun. I mean, it was more crowd work than it was fucking actually wrestling. Also, something that has changed between those days and now, Frankie, is match length. Let me make sure I say that right. You see it now really prominent, and it's understandable in the WWE, where your matches are less than 3 minutes. You know, there's not a lot. They maybe do one commercial break in there, but other than that, matches are short. Back when my dad was doing it, they were 2-fall 60-minute matches.
Oh yeah.
And they would be in those rings for an hour.
Oh yeah.
Working the crowd, working the working, over each other, making things happen. A lot of that, no, and getting out of the ring type shit, and pissing the fans off because they're fucking around out in the crowd.
Yeah, I think the longest match you'll see with us when you get to like the bigger matches, the main matches, are like from like 12 to 15 minutes.
Right.
Sometimes a little longer, but just.
Yes.
People, they got lives, or not like high paid guys, you know.
Right.
So, we got other things to do, so we try to get in and out.
And your main event is 15 minutes long. The opening matches back then were 15 minutes long.
Yeah.
And that's not saying they went the whole 15 minutes, but that's what they were timed at. It's a little bit different. It's a little more, like I said, it's high risk, high reward, a lot faster matches, a lot more wrestling work in the ring than what it was in the old days. And I could see why if you watched in the old days, it's like, God damn, this is taking forever. Let's see something, because they did. They spent a lot of time just kind of fueling everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't imagine what those old, but they don't think they had. Well, you guys your card runs what? 8, 10 matches?
It just depends. Some will run like that. Some it won't. Maybe 6.
Right on.
Sometimes it just depends.
I say back in the day, I think it was like 5 or 6 was the max. You'd have, but like I said, it's all time frame thing. So
yeah.
They don't want to be there forever, but at the same time, they want to make sure everybody gets their time in the ring. And
absolutely.
Crazy. Anything else going on? Like I said, it's going to be a couple more weeks before we actually talk about Frankie's cage match.
Yeah.
As an after, even though as this recording comes out, it was last Saturday.
Yep.
But we're recording it prior to, so
yes.
It's going to be a couple more weeks before you hear any more about that. And we'll talk about it in one of the opening episodes. Maybe, I don't know, maybe
we'll put a clip in or something if anybody records it.
Maybe. Probably the OU812 Van Halen album is probably when you'll hear us talk about it. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be the Sammy Hager Never Said Goodbye episode, but whatever's coming up. We got a lot on the fucking plate right now.
Yeah.
We've been working these series pretty well. In this one, you're in the Van Halen series now. You're getting everything. Anything else? Anything else going on?
Nothing jumping out at me. I mean, just
okay.
Doing my everyday life and
working, sleeping.
Uh-huh. That's about it, really.
Yeah, me too. That's about all I do.
Yeah,
I don't really do anything else.
Maybe edit something once in a while.
Every so often.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. We went last weekend. We went ghost hunting back again in Columbia City, and then we had some plans on Saturday that kind of got mixed up, but we still got out. And then Sunday, I did something on Sunday. I can't. We ended up back at the camp. We ended up at the campground.
Oh yeah. Are they opened up?
They it's still. I don't think they've.
They got water turned on?
No, not completely. There's just like in a few areas. They're still doing tests and making sure nothing's broken. And I would imagine it by not this weekend, but next weekend it'll be full blown ready to go. So we drug our new air conditioner for the camper out there and kind of picked up some sticks and stuff like that. My buddy Brad has he has this leaf business that he does, so I pay him to do all my leaves. And then he consistently comes back and cleans up all the sticks and all that shit. He would live out there if you'd let him. Yeah, he loves it out there. So he goes out and does stuff. And he's like, I think about 3 weeks ago, he's like, I was out on your lot cleaning up all your sticks. I'm like, fuck yeah, because I was out there and there was a lot of them. No, I don't have to do it. But there was a few more down. Bobby picked them up and threw them in the pile out by the road. The guys will come through and pick all that shit up. Which is cool, but yeah, getting ready to trying to figure out my schedule because This weekend we have the wrestling matches, and I'll have Aspen and Sora for the night. Aspen's coming with me.
Is Zora's not going to go?
No. I'm bringing Trevor, my son-in-law, and his buddy are coming. So, and I guess his buddy goes to these all the time, so he's super excited to go spend time with Trevor and be a part of this. So,
cool.
And then the following weekend, my mom is coming to stay with us for the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. My sister has a trip for a benefit out in Iowa that her and her husband are going to, and she's like, you take Mom for the weekend? I'm like, absolutely. So we'll have Mom for the weekend, and then the weekend after that, I'm off to Townsend, Tennessee, baby. I'm going to Tennessee, and I'm going to the 6th annual Bigfoot Birthday Festival.
Another thing I wasn't invited to. No.
Got us a cabin in Townsend, and I'm looking for. I love fucking Townsend, Tennessee.
Yeah.
So
that's where you talk about retiring to, right?
I'm thinking about going right now. Fuck this. I just think I'll move down there. If I could find a cabin along the river that I could afford, yeah. I'd already be gone. We'd already be doing this shit remotely. You'd have.
Yeah.
I'd be all about it. But yeah, I really liked it down there. It's beautiful. It's quiet. I love that quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm ready.
I love Tennessee. When we were down there, we had the cabin. I mean, granted, we had the big.
Right. Yep. Been in one of those.
Yeah, huge cabin.
Sleeps like 9 or 10. Or,
shit. We were like 13, 14. Like that. It was just crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. But I loved it. I had fun being in the mountains.
I tell you what, waking up and looking out, when we stayed in that one, we stayed in, it was a 3-story, and then me and Bobby were on the 3rd floor, and when you crawled out of bed, it was all open. It wasn't a little bedroom. It was open, and the kids were all in there. But when you opened your eyes and sat up out of bed and looked out that giant fucking window at the Smokies, ain't nothing fucking like it, man.
Oh no, it is. Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
Nothing like taking out some trash and you got a bear looking at you going, "What's up, man?
Yeah.
How you doing?"
Yeah. Bobby hadn't been that lucky. She wants to see a bear, and we actually went down the little utility path to go down where the dumpsters are at because they're like, well, there's bears down there. So we went down there, no bears. So she decides she's going to keep going down the fucking side of this mountain, down this fucking trail. And I finally looked at her and I was like, what are you doing? She goes, I want to see a fucking bear. I said, what's going to happen when you run into a bear down here? That is a uphill run. And I guarantee you're going to be slower than me. So we stopped and went back up. Never did see a bear, but she wants to see a bear. That's like her thing. I want to see a bear. I'm like, okay, what to tell you?
I don't know how she didn't. I mean, I seen them all the time,
I don't know. We were in a little community there. So, I don't know. Hey, Frankie.
Hey.
How about a word from Perfectly Picked Games?
Hey, let's do it.
Love scoring great finds? Perfectly Picked Games brings the heat every week. Board games on Tuesdays, toys on Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Whatnot. Is it your first purchase? Use Golden Mojo for 10% off.
All right, that is Perfectly Picked Games. Go check them out on the Whatnot app and at perfectlypickedgames.com. All right, as we continue on with our Van Halen series, we are throwing in the extras.
Okay.
So last week we talked about the Van Halen album 1984.
Yes, we did. And
that was the last album that David Lee Roth did in the 80s. I know he did come back and did another one. Whatever, guys. Don't get after me.
Excuse me, I burped, man. I hope that you have to edit that.
I know he'd come back and did another album later on, but this is the last one in the 80s. So we decided that since he split off and Sammy's coming in, that we would help make the transition. Because in 1984, Sammy put an album out, and then of course in 1986 was David Lee Roth's first solo, full full solo album. So we are going to be covering those in the next couple episodes before we actually get back to Van Halen's 5150.
Yeah.
So today, we are diving into the Red Rocker himself. Yeah?
Yeah. Do we have to?
There's some good stuff on here, Frankie. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
This is the eighth studio album from the American rocker musician Sammy Hagar, released on July 23rd, 1984 by Geffen Records. It was Hagar's last solo album before joining Van Halen. The title is a reference to Voice of America broadcast network. The album peaked at number 32 on the Billboard 200 and charted on December 15th, 84, featuring the single I Can't Drive 55. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to cover Sammy Hagar's VOA.
Cool.
I'm assuming, Frankie, that this was not one of your faves.
Yeah, it wasn't that it was a bad album. It really wasn't, but it was your basic mid-'80s rock album. I think, it could have, I don't know how to word it properly, but it just sounded like 20 other albums I've heard from the time,
This kind of your run-of-the-mill, everyday,
Yeah, it could have been Loverboy. It could have been, whoever,
Could have been Loverboy.
I'm saying that type of rock,
Right. I know what you're saying. I know where you're getting after. It is. It's just kind of a middle of the road working class rock album. It spawned at least one major hit, which is what I say went to what? Peaked at number 32?
That what it was?
Oh, the album peaked at 32.
32.
I don't know that it does it. I don't. I know it's right here somewhere.
Well,
no,
the 100th. It was ranked 100 of VH1's 100th greatest hard rock songs.
Right on.
I know that.
I could see that. I mean, it's yeah. Let's just do it, man. Let's get into this. Let's talk about this first song.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna put this cassette tape in. Hit play.
Can you hear the sound? You can hear the sound of the sound of dropping that cassette in and then pushing it in. It's got that certain click.
Yeah. Yeah. But song number 1, probably biggest song in Sammy's solo career, probably. That'd be I Can't Drive 55.
This song is that song that you throw in when you're in a shit pissy fucking mood and you just want to drive fast. It's that song because it's real fast upbeat and it's like I can't drive 55 and you look down and you're fucking hammering 75 miles an hour and you're like, yeah, Sammy, I get it. I totally fucking get it. Let's see. My notes say one of his biggest hits. I think it's a good song. It's got a lot of really cool riffs in the background. Mm-hmm. How about you? What did you jot down for this song?
Great start for the album. It really was. It was a great start. It went to number 26 on the Billboard Hot 100s. The top rock track, U.S. top rock tracks, went to number 9.
Okay. So yeah, a relatively really big hit for him.
Yeah, that first song I can never remember hearing from Sammy Hagar. I remember hearing it on American Top 40.
Right.
And Casey Kasem, Sammy Hagar wrote this song when he got pulled over for speeding.
Right. And if you read the book or listen to his audiobook read, he talks about the moment this idea came into his head. And it was one of those, he was tooling back from the studio or something with him and his wife, and he got pulled over. And, Sammy's a pretty honest guy. I mean, he's pretty straightforward. he's not really much of a bullshitter. He's not really much of a guy who really will stab you in the back to get somewhere. He'll just fucking tell it to your face and not give a shit. And, you know, if it works for him, and it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And you'll see, if you get a chance to read Red, Sammy Hagar's, you know, basic life story, you will learn that he had a lot of shit that just fucking failed. And stuff that did okay for a minute and then kind of crashed out. But he loves just to dive into things and see what he can do with them. But in this book, he talks about, I can't drive 55. He's coming back. He's having a conversation with his wife. He gets pulled over, and the cop, you know, walks up and says, you know how fast you're going? And he's like, yeah, I was probably running, you know, 120 or whatever. And the cop looked at him and goes, why? And he goes, because I can't drive 55. And then he actually looked at his wife and said, that's a great idea. Get out a pen and paper and write that down. And, of course, then he talks a lot of the book about writing songs and how they fall out of him. There's not a lot of, you know, he gets the idea and he can build on it from there. And 5150 is the same way. He talked a lot about, you know, the best of both worlds, and 5150 was one of those examples. But this is one he had his wife jotting notes down on their drive home, and then he finished it at like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Now, have you done that with Rocker Chick? Have you come up with an idea for a song and said, hey, write this down real quick?
Yeah, we used to do that a lot when we were younger and in a band together. It's like, hey, I got an idea, write this down. And she would jot down ideas, but never got a lot of collab. It was just like she would just write down what I told her to write down, and that was kind of it. But, you know, she's written her own songs. If you can find those on the Guilt 4 CD, which you can find streaming wherever you love to listen to music. Yeah. Just type in GILT, the number 4, and look for an album called Cenotaph Row.
Yeah. I got the actual CD.
He does. Yeah. I gave him a copy of that.
Yeah. And I got it downloaded on Spotify. So.
There you go. That's how I'm making my pennies on Spotify right now. Yeah. Frankie's been playing it. Yeah, there's another thing that I have going for us. You know, still getting some streams that way on those old albums, but lots of good ones out there. Go check them out.
All right, you ready for song number 2?
I think so.
All right, song number 2 is called "Swept Away."
So, Frankie, I in my notes I got that the verse and the chorus of this were so different, and that I really liked how they put it together, and almost like a Styx style. You know, it kind of sounded a little bit like Styx.
Okay.
And I mean, that was my first takeaway. When I make my notes, I'm writing my first takeaway from, like, listen, I've listened to this album before. I have it on cassette somewhere in this facility, in the complex here. You know, I listened to it back in the 80s, 90s. I haven't really listened to it much since then. I Can't Drive 55 is a really good song that you just kind of think of every once in a while if you throw it on. Yeah. Swept Away is not a song that I ever thought of again after I listened to it. But I liked the way that they kind of put everything together in this one. I thought it was a really good deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I put down kind of weird. It did too much change up in the tempo, I thought, you know. And
I don't like a lot of change up, and we'll talk about this more even in a couple of David Lee Roth songs, but how the change ups happen. But I don't really like a lot of change up. I like it to be a flow that goes from a verse to a chorus. But this one I thought was just different enough, and it worked.
Yeah, I mean, because it started out, I'm like, hey, this sounds pretty good. You know, it's hard guitar, you know, and then it got kind of mellow and weird, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here, you know? I get in one frame of mind, like, yeah,
and then boom, it's the bipolarness coming out. Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of my takeaway. Kind of a weird song.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Change you up in the middle, it throws it off a little bit. But if it works.
Yeah, I mean,
if it works, I watch bands do change ups and it just falls apart, and you're like, oh God, should have never done that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you ready for song number 3?
I think so.
Okay. Rock is in my blood.
Frankie, this song I got this was like a feel good song for me. You know what I'm saying? This is like that anthem song.
Yes.
It was an anthem song that should have been in the fucking Rocky movies. I don't know. This is, like I said, my first takeaway when I was listening to it was like, this should have been in the Rocky movie, right next to Eye of the Tiger.
Rising up. Oh, sorry.
But that's what I come out with this one. I mean, it's not a popular song. Once again, it's kind of a one and done. You know, you listen to it once and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, they could have done so much more with this if they would have taken that inspirational movie avenue, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't put down not bad. I mean, it was nothing special to me. But it was. I mean, it wasn't bad at all. I mean, it was listenable. You know?
Yeah. You didn't shut it off. You didn't scan ahead.
Shut it off.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, you ready for song number 4?
Give me number 4.
Number 4. Two Sides of Love.
Frankly, I thought this was another good song.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a good song, but it reminded me of like, kind of got that teen angst kind of song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just, the way it felt, it was like, oh, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of teen angst in this particular song.
Yeah, good song. I mean, it was an enjoyable song. Like that, once again, it was just one of those. Yeah, I listened to it. Good song.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably not going to ever go back and listen to it again. You know, but I wouldn't shut it off if it came on.
Right. You'd be like, hey, I think this is Sammy.
Yeah.
I think we covered this on Golden 80s.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys, come on.
All right. Number 5, Dick in the Dirt.
This is one of my all-time favorite unknown songs. This is one of those songs that nobody ever really talks about, but it's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
You got your dick in the dirt. Oh, she kicked you where it hurt. And you're just like, yeah, man, I know what you're talking about, Sammy.
Hell yeah.
I feel you. I love this fucking song. I've always loved this song. This was always my go-to song when I put this album on. Always.
Yep. I agreed. Oh, and that was the beginning of side 2. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that.
Damn it, he's got it all messed up.
Yeah, it was, and what I wrote down for this was just a fun song.
Yeah.
It was real fun. I think it'd have been probably a fun song if you're in a band to do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you could sing, Sammy.
Yeah. I mean,
Sammy's hard to sing.
It wasn't a known song, so you probably wouldn't think about it when you're, trying to put together your song list,
Absolutely. It's a tough song to nail. So, yeah.
Fun song.
Definitely
song. Looked good.
Got your dick in the dirt.
Yeah, I would probably go back and listen to that.
It might end up on his fucking playlist somewhere.
Maybe. But all right, are we ready to go to number 6?
Yes.
All right, title track, VOA.
Voice of America.
Yeah.
I had to do some research to figure out what VOA stood for. I never knew that. But,
Me too.
This was I think was supposed to be like, I think he made this song to be the anthem song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be that song that that everybody's gonna just chant. They want to hear that. Give me VOA. I just think that's one of those anthem songs that didn't really click. It didn't really take off.
No. The thing I put down for it was more nothing really musically. I just thought the subject matter was very relevant to today.
To today?
Yeah.
Right on.
I was like, man, he's talking about the Middle East and shit,
Right.
Yeah.
I remember all that. Now that you bring it up, I mean, you get down to specifics.
That was like, this looked like a little bit. I can't talk. Sorry. Sounds like a song that somebody would have been putting out now.
Right. And maybe somebody will redo it. Maybe it's time for that to happen. Wonder what I'm doing next week.
Uh-oh. It wasn't a bad song. I mean, maybe not something that you're gonna jump up and say, "Oh my God, VOA's on! Turn it up!
Right.
Turn it to 11."
You got to turn it to 11, but it goes anyway.
Anyhow, you got anything else on VOA?
No, not really. Like I said, it's just I just think that he wrote it to be that song that he thought would be the one that the crowd is just going to chant and sing along with. And there's so many great anthem songs. Kiss was a prime example of putting together those songs. What was it? Loud, I want to hear it loud, right between.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, that's one of those. And I think he was working towards that. I just don't think it clicked and made the waves that he was hoping it would.
All right. You ready for number 7?
Yes.
All right, number 7. Don't Make Me Wait.
Frankie, I think that this is another song that could be in a teen movie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's kind of that. It's kind of got that feel like, oh, this could be in like this part of the section of the movie that really work. And I just picked this one out. Like I said, it's one of those first impressions when I'm going back and re-listening is like, oh, yeah, this is exactly how I feel about that song. And I just think it could have been in a teen movie.
All right. My note was just not bad or good.
Right.
It was just
kind of middle of the road.
It was. I just didn't leave an impression on me.
Right. Yeah, I can totally see that. I can totally see that for pretty much the whole album, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that cover, that fucking cover.
What about it?
You know it. That cover is burnt into your brain.
Okay.
With the Capitol building and him coming down in a parachute with red guitar.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about cover that song. I'm like, I don't remember anything.
No.
That.
It's the cover of the album.
Okay.
I mean, know that cover.
Oh, yeah.
Once again, Voice of America, VOA. All right, what do we got? One more to go.
One more song. Okay. And that would be song number 8. Burning Down the City.
I wrote Happy Song.
Happy Song.
I really like the riffs and the vocals in this, the way that it was put together. It was one of those things that really stuck out to me was the way that they wrote it. Okay. And not once again, it's a long song. It's like 5.5 minutes, and it's like, okay, some of these you could have let go a little earlier, but you know me and that. I'm sure I'll hear it from Lance. You don't like long songs.
Yeah.
I mean,
some I do. Stairway to Heaven, great song.
Yeah, but it could have ended in fucking 4 minutes, too.
Purple Rain, great song. And never went on down the road.
That wasn't me. That was Frankie Vegas.
Yeah. No, what I put down for this song, not my favorite, but it was a good final song.
Right. I can see that. Yeah. It's just a happy song. It's a great way to end. It's a great way to end. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Did you want to go down through the personnel on this album?
Yeah, hit me with them real quick.
Lead vocals and lead guitar. Sammy Hager. Duh.
The Red Rocker.
My tequila.
Oh. Wait till we get into some of those later stuff.
Wrong album. And then we got on rhythm guitar and backing vocals, Gary Pihl? P-I-H-L? I don't know how.
Not sure. He's best known for playing with Hagar and Boston. Boston. I fucking love Boston, eh?
Boston, more than a feeling. And then keyboards, backing vocals would be Jesse Harms.
And it's funny because, not only is he tagged with Sammy, but also David Lee Roth, Eddie Money, REO Speedwagon, Bad English. Guitar
it's just
Shorty. Macaulay Shanker group. Yeah. Crazy.
He,
I mean, if you're good.
He's done some things.
Yeah.
On bass guitar and backing vocal, Bill Church. I have nothing on him.
No, I don't got nothing on Bill. He just did this, and then he paid it into the studio walls. I'm sure he probably done a bunch of studio work at some point.
Probably.
Yeah.
On drums and backing vocals, David Lauser.
Oh, David. He was a Sammy guy. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. That's what it looked like.
He drummed with Sammy.
Montrose.
That's right.
And then,
this next one's interesting. Do you know who this is?
Percussion, which I thought that was drum, but what the hell do I know? Ted Champagne Templeman.
Uh-huh.
I've heard the name. I know he's a producer.
Yeah, and you'll see him. We really haven't talked about the producing of a lot of this stuff, but he is Van Halen all through and through.
Yeah.
He done a lot of the Van Halen albums and stuff like that. So.
And Van Morrison.
Yeah.
So he liked Vans.
Yeah, Hagar's got a great story about Van Morrison not holding the door for him at one of the studios, and it's fucking slammed shut, and he's like, "Listen here, motherfucker, people hold doors for me." It's like, okay. Anyway, Sammy Hagar's VOA producing probably one of his biggest hits when I Can't Drive 55, which he still plays today.
Yeah.
When he's out, because everybody wants to hear it, and he's tired of playing it, but he does it for you, the fans,
right.
Anyway. So,
yeah, and this album did go platinum, so he made his money on the album.
Listen, Sammy made his mark long before he hit Van Halen.
Yep.
So, there you go. All right, guys. We're going to get out of here. Don't forget to go check out the website, goldenmojoent.com, for all of your Golden 80s. Make sure you're looking out for us on Twitch, Golden Mojo Entertainment. Just put it in as one word. One word. You'll find us. We will be doing some lives, some streaming stuff coming up here in the future. So make sure you're on board early. So jump on that Twitch.
Yeah.
And make sure you're on our Facebook too, so you can see where all that stuff's coming out.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. And we thank you for taking the time and listening to this album from Sammy Hagar as part of the Van Halen series. All right, Frankie, until next week. Hasta la vista, baby.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the Golden 80s podcast. Check us out at goldenmojoent.com, where you can find out about our great merchandise and a little bit about Frankie and Golden J. Also, at goldenmojoent.com, you can find out about all the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment network of podcasts, like
The United States of Paranormal, Indiana Chiefs fans, The Gridiron Kingz, MurdNerds, The Nostalgia Tug, Real Terror, and the Puck Yeah Podcast. But you can still find Golden Image Podcast, A Quart of Books and Booze, and The Call Guys wherever you stream your favorite podcast. And if you have a story that you would like us to cover, just let us know at thegoldenimage80s@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen.